game ready, steady aim at the target. I'm flooding the market, a break from the garbage. An artist, sensitive about mind pardon. No margin for error, flawless be rarer. The black cat goddess, you walking with a panther. Painting these pictures with words like some.
I'm Madam Money, aka Trap, and welcome to the official Salt in the Game album review of Willie the Kid and VDon's Deutsche Marks 2. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get it. Now, we all know Willie the Kid just came off of Capital Gains, which was a fire project. I was really excited to see something else from him so soon. You feel me? Out here putting in work. VDon has had a hell of a year. He dropped Black Mass, he dropped No Blades of Grass, he dropped the Prophecy EP with Dark Low, and I just want to say one thing, like, free Dark Low, but VDon's work with Dark Low on Timeless is one of my favorite projects of all time. That was something I really felt elevated Dark Low to like this different thing in my mind, you feel me, for his fan base. He also dropped Supply and Demand with Lord Apex not too long ago, and they always work really well together, Willie the Kid and VDon. You know, like I said, this is the second installment. The first installment of Deutsche Marks came out about 2017. They also worked on Blue Notes together, and they also worked with Ito on the album Heather Gray as well. That's such just dope project after dope project after dope project. Now, this whole album is like, it's crazy because what VDon is able to do on the backdrop against Willie the Kid, like, he really uses the time period and the time frame of, just like the album cover showed you, like, it's the blueprint of a Volkswagen, like, Beetle, you feel me? And like the V for VDon, the W for Willie the Kid. I think that's just a strong concept that they all had, you know, from the beginning, from the first one of this. But it says this is like a owner's manual, so this is like an audio or owner's manual into this thing, and I think that's really dope. First track on here is called Rare Sightings, and it's like this sweeping building beat on here. Willie the Kid, he says the rules changed mid-game. I've been adapted, mitigated by gatekeepers who left the door open. And it's crazy because that's a fire way to start the album off too, but that lets you know that he's been around a while. So if you're not familiar with his work or his, you know, how he got to this place in the game, you got to understand, like, he was really in the camp over there with Lil Wayne, and was working on Dedication 2 and 3. You seen him on here, but he also was on DJ Drama's Gangsta Grills, like 1 and 2, like the official albums for this. So you got to give somebody so much props for being around so long, staying in their same lane, like their own lane, and doing their own thing in here. I really appreciated how this started off. The second track on here is called Plum Wine, and that's a real cinematic beat. Willie the Kid can always set a visual, even though his style is unorthodox. He can set a dope visual with his words. So this, like, he's starting off talking about like getting a massage, you feel me, in a dope setting with a dope view, and using Versace lotion, but he don't call it Versace lotion, you feel me? He's better than that. He says on the track, like a VDon beat, I'm tuning in, interrogated on Twitter about CNN. My views not for debate unless I value yours. I'm making money off of vodka, no provocateur. And just to let you know, like, he does a lot of things outside, like unorthodox things, just like his style, outside of just making music. You know, I was really surprised to see that he like co-produced this Langston Hughes documentary for PBS. Like, you feel me? This is somebody who was real knowledgeable, knows how to make their way in the game. So he making a reference to, like, you know, selling vodka or making vodka, you feel me? But he does so much stuff outside of hip hop. It is crazy. And you could tell the money is different on here. I'm gonna get into that later. The next track on here, Mother of Pearl, featuring Ito, just like a smoke lounge beat. And it's all in this time period of, like, you know, Germany, like 60s, 70s, I don't know, 40s. I don't even really know, like, the decade involved, but it takes you there. Everything is really like fluid when it comes down to that type of stuff on here. Ito on here, make them bleed a little, keep them live until we acquit them. Don't have our hands for as soon as you see a fistful. Like, it's weird because, you know, he has this laid back style about him that I really appreciate, but everything gangster he says, like, I believe that he's gonna say it too. So, you know, he's a laid back gangster and all of this stuff. But on this track in particular, Ito's verse like progressives. Like his intensity on this verse progresses, and that's something I really like on this too. Like he's giving you that energy, and like I said, they keep him full with the audio, like audio owner's manual theme on here a lot. Is this shit was like really dope. I really enjoyed this project. The next like skit on here or whatever is called Formula, and it's an artist talking about like writing or their writing style, and there's no particular formula. It just happens how it happens and stuff like that. But being that I know music like how I know music, once I heard this little like break in the album, I knew that VDon was about to take the production and go crazy, and he did. On Audubon Ballroom, like it starts off with like reverse audio, and then it just like goes into this beat where Willie the Kid is like, he's putting himself, he's setting the scene of a ballroom, right? And then you're finding out he's setting the scene of like Malcolm X's assassination, and he's putting him like in the shoes of a modern day Malcolm X or Malcolm X assassination, which like really threw me off guard, but it was like really so dope. I didn't even know what to do. I'm like, this is like genius type of work going on here, so it's crazy. Set the table. I see what you want to see. I still want you to eat, just not with me. Like, you feel me? I respect all of that. He also got an Anthony Bourdain bar in here, no reservations. Like, I don't know if y'all know what happened to Anthony Bourdain, but it's crazy as hell. Like, he made that type of reference in here. The next track on here is Glass Shopping featuring Vado. Just another dope beat. It's this weird sound in here that caught my attention. Like starts the verse off, like the intro to a verse. You know how you're waiting for that timing to come in on the verse? It's this weird beat on this that caught my attention on here, and I'm glad that it did. Just the wordplay on here again is crazy. You never know who to trade or stock tips. Trade wins in the tropics at Trader Joe's, one run double parking in the drop six. And it's like he says it in such a way like I'm never going to be able to do that type of thing justice, because what he do is what he does when it comes down to these bars. Vado on here, real gritty rhymes, but you got to be real careful when you're spitting against somebody like Willie the Kid. So you feel me? You gotta be real careful, but I do appreciate what Vado brought to the table on this. The next track on here is Minutia. You feel me? And I would never be able to pronounce it unless Willie the Kid said it himself in his verses on here. But that sound I was talking about, VDon plays into that. So that's one of those connected things that makes a project so full and round that you can't deny what's going on here. So it's like this reverb thing, and I really like what VDon did on that. The next track on here is Septatone 2. Now, even to name a track Septatone, like I don't know if y'all know what Septatone is, but that is like an old photography like technique, and that just plays into the time period of what this album sound is going for. So that's the thing when you see like a black and white image, but you see it might be brown or it look kind of old with this brown tint to it. That's exactly what Septatone is on here. And again, just like real money bars. Like he spits old money bars that a lot of y'all niggas not gonna never feel that feeling of having old money and being on that level, but he does it like this luxurious type of thing going on here. Really dope. Next track on here, Fourth Quarter, featuring Ja Black and Flea Lord. You feel me? Ja Black, we've been seeing him throughout the year. He was on the 1,000 Words project, also on The Beauty of It with Ito, also on Rock America 2 that just dropped. Flea Lord, like he's on his 11th 12th project that just dropped. His new project review is on the page, so make sure y'all check it out. And it's crazy. Ja Black on here. My training method got my brain respected by prize fighters, bright thinkers like that enlighten us. And it's just like he spits. I need a like another project for him. Let's just keep it real here. But it's Flea Lord, you feel me, that took this approach to it, and he says on here, this shit sound like Connect theme music. I'ma push my pen as long as my bread keep moving. In the Red Seas cruising, just like I left East Houston, trying to put the play together, but the dreads keep shooting. You feel me? But he says it right here. This shit sound like Connect theme music, and that is the whole project. Has this texture, like I said, like this old money vibe. Like, you're not, this is a whole different type of thing going on here. So salute to all of them on this track. Next track on here, Keep Counting. That's like a hypnotic beat. The references in this track is crazy, and I'm not even gonna go over them. I want y'all to listen to it, because like he's talking in a time period, in a time frame, and he takes you a lot of different places with that. So you feel me? Just crazy pen game. Like, yo, the pen game is crazy. Can't deny it. Next track on here, the Vaccine, and it's like a personal but an outside looking in type of track, about the people going around him. So he's talking about like the people like in his immediate circle, but he's talking as if like he's not in the circle, like he's looking onto the circle. Really dope perspective track on here. The last track, Darling VDon, like the use of the sample on here, like, you know, so many techniques is involved when it comes down to him making VDon making a track like that. Like, yo, it's just undeniable. This was really dope and fly. Like, you feel me? Like, a project like this drop, it makes you have to rethink about your order of the things that came out for the year, because something like this was totally surprising and just so solid. So salute to you, Willie the Kid. Salute to you, VDon. Like, I'm telling you right here, right now, like, if y'all haven't listened to it yet, please listen to it. Let me know what y'all think about it. Let me know what your favorite track is off the album. Let me know what your favorite beat is off the album. But I'm about to get out of here. I'm Madam Money. You can follow me on Twitter and IG at Madam Money Says. That's MADAMMONEYSAYS. Just really fucking dope. Like, ain't nothing else you can say about that. Peace.
The beast back, blood gate, she unleashed that. Ease back, you don't know where my peeps at. I keep that heat that'll light your soul up. Talking about Kundalini, this the glow up. The beast back, blood gate, she unleashed that. Ease back, you don't know where my peeps at. I keep that heat that'll light your soul up. Talking about Kundalini, this the glow up.
This is opulence.
Focused and competent, equipped to hold my own on any continent. More sauce than condiments. In